We're back. We're here. We're better than ever. Podcastville. It's Mario. It's your boy Mario Rico. I don't know if I'm anyone's boy, but I'm saying that anyway.
You can be my boy.
I'm your boy, Nikki James. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great because we have an exciting guest.
This guy's pretty cool.
This guy is pretty cool. We couldn't get the cool guy, but we got the next best thing. Matthew Grossman. How you doing, Matt?
Good. Not your boy.
Can I call you Matt?
You better call me Matt and not boy. And not
I will not
your boy.
I will not call you my
What
boy.
just happened there was uncomfortable for me, and I'm sure the audience as well.
You're my boy, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, thanks for coming on the show. We had Dahlia last week, Dahlia Farah. I think you might know her.
I do.
I hope you know her because she works in an office next to yours.
Next to mine, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I report to her.
You don't?
She's about 10 years younger than me, but I call her boss. So
That makes sense.
just precaution.
That's because she's so cool. Like, gosh, she's so boss.
Right.
I think she signs my paychecks.
Like, that perm is so boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Like
what
my
a lot
boy's
of
a
people are
boss.
saying.
Right.
I'm immediately regretting being on this podcast, by the way.
Boy, I wanna give you a
That
high
took
five.
3 minutes.
Cole, you're my boy, too.
Thanks.
So, I asked Dahlia this last week because Halloween, right? Halloween's coming up.
Sure. An
You
adult holiday if there ever was one.
Exactly. Do you dress up? I mean, I know you have little kids. Obviously, you take them trick-or-treating, right?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you dress up?
He goes as a lawyer.
I go as a sexy nurse.
Oh, man. You could
Kill
have
it.
just said nurse, and we automatically know it's sexy.
Well, you know.
Do you do like a little halter top and tie that up?
Yeah, and you got to show some belly. And, you know, it's a cute look.
Do you get more candy that way, or?
Yeah, but only from the weird houses that I don't let my kids go to for obvious reasons. So,
That's awesome. So if you were going to a party, you'd be the sexy nurse. What would your wife be?
oh, she's not coming if I'm dressed as a sexy nurse.
That's fair. That's
Because
fair.
she knows, one, she's going to be embarrassed or proud. I don't know.
She knows that, and when you're in your sexy nurse zone, you get all handsy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Typical
no.
Friday
Matt
night
and
for
sexy
me.
nurse.
Matt, it's September. Why are you in your sexy nurse costume?
I'm preparing. I'm getting into the
Practicing
role.
to get the candy.
Method acting. Acting.
Someone's going to take my kids away by the end of this podcast.
So the thing I don't like about this time of year is the scaly movies. I
So
hate
scary.
horror movies. Do you like horror movies?
What is it that you don't like about them?
They scare the shit out of me. I don't.
Are you worried that someone's going to come out of the screen?
No, it's real. This happened. Listen, this isn't Poltergeist.
Oh my
lived
god.
the
Oh my
ring
god.
This
is real.
Nick, tell your story, and then I'll tell you why I don't like.
Okay, so I was in high school watching a movie, a scary movie, with a
Wait.
group of people.
Was it Nick or was this Big Meat? Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
It was Big Meat.
Okay.
Then, yeah.
Okay.
So I think it was Grudge, maybe Grudge. I think remember the Grudge, the chick whose head spun around.
Is that Grudge
That's The
Match? Is that
Exorcist.
Terry Morgan?
No. Like she walked out all like bendy out of the
Oh
TV.
yeah, The Grudge.
Yeah,
I was
The
thinking
Grudge.
of Ice Cube versus Charlie Day. Is that The Grudge? They fight each other.
What are you guys watching?
No, that's not a
You guys
scary
need
movie.
to pay for
Right.
cable.
Okay. So The Grudge.
Right. So the
It was kind of like The Ring
maybe it was The Ring.
when the girl comes out of the TV.
Maybe it was The Ring.
Yeah. Oof,
Do you guys
terrifying.
need me here for this? Or?
Yeah. Listen.
Okay,
This
got
is
it,
part,
okay.
I need your commentary on
Got
this.
it.
We're sitting there. The movie ends and the screen turns black. There's no credits, nothing. So we immediately are just nervous. Like, why did this just go black?
Oh my god.
Then the door on the center console where the TV is just opens.
This is not true.
And so, of course, we all freak out. Like, what the heck is going on here, right? Turns out one of us reaching for the remote hit eject, pushed the CD out.
Oh my god.
Terrifying.
But it was scary.
Really
So let me
scary.
double down. I want to tell you how cool I am.
All right, let's hear
Okay.
it.
So I don't want to brag, but I dated a girl in high school. Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
A girl.
No big deal.
We were playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
So she goes to LA to pursue an acting career.
Acting.
Acting. She acted like she liked me for 6 months and then broke up with me. But that's a whole separate story. Anyways, she shows up in one of her only roles was in a horror movie. It was a Dracula remake that went straight to DVD.
Was it a vampire witch? Because Dahlia Farah might have been in that movie.
Yeah,
Was she?
she was co-starring.
That's her only Halloween costume.
With my ex-girlfriend from high school. This
Yep.
is brand new information.
Right.
Yes.
So anyways, me and my friend decide that we're going to go buy the movie. We were actually the only individuals to ever buy a copy of this movie. And we
DVD?
decided... Oh, straight to DVD.
Nice, nice.
Not Blu-ray?
Laserdisc and then DVD.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's
Right.
good.
Exclusive audience.
Yeah, the Laserdisc joke crowd is very small.
Very small.
But we decided to have a screening for it. Anyways, one of the friends calls that's friend of a friend. She says, oh, Kelsey's in town. She wants to come over. She heard you guys are going to watch her movie.
Stop.
We had intended to, like, joke watch
How
it.
would she hear that, though?
because my friend was still friends with her friend or something. So anyways, here I am.
They don't know. We know. They know. We know. You know.
Well, this may
I
be
know.
shocking. So when a movie goes straight to DVD, believe it or not, there is no red carpet screening or premiere for it.
You didn't have
Okay.
to tell me that. I would have just guessed it.
Well, here I am watching this movie with my ex-girlfriend I haven't seen in years, and it's the first time she's ever seen this movie.
She's never seen her own movie?
She's never seen her own movie because it was hard to get. This was a hard movie to
God.
track down. So here we are, the four of us, with watching her movie, we want to be nice about it.
What is the name of the movie?
Oh, man. And I don't want to, we got tens of thousands of people who are watching
Wait, let me
this.
try to find it. You said,
Go to
man,
her
tens of
IMDb.
thousands. All right.
Her name is Kelsey McCann. I'm sorry for putting you on blast.
You dated
Shout
Kelsey
out.
McCann?
The Kelsey McCann.
See my acting there?
Yeah.
Look, this thing's going to shoot up to 7 purchases by the
Wait,
end of
so
this podcast.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but there was
Yeah,
no...
there it is. That's the one.
Really?
That's the movie. Yeah.
What's it called?
There's a trailer. Oh my gosh.
We can't play it. What's it called?
We can play it, and we're going to play
What is
it.
the name of that movie?
Is this her?
She was the fiancée that was stolen from Dracula. I dated a celebrity.
Apparently it was Lionsgate that produced it, which is a real studio.
So I doubt that my wife watches this. but if she
Dracula's
does- Dracula's Guest. That was the name of the movie. So my wife's going to be super jealous because I dated a celebrity.
Dude,
Wow.
you
Wow.
How did you get the movie? There was no Amazon.
So there used to be a place called...
Blockbuster.
Well, there was Blockbuster, but then there was
Movie
a
Gallery.
Phase Electronics or something, or
I don't know.
started with an F.
It must be
But they had
local.
like every movie known to man.
Wait,
I mean, just-
FYE?
Yeah, Fry.
Fuck,
For your
there's no
entertainment.
R.
Yeah, that's the one.
Gotcha.
Look at this guy.
I know.
Thousands of movies. They didn't have it, but they could find it and order it. So we had
Wow.
to order it. It was really expensive because when you produce in such small quantities, it's
Right.
pricey.
They were like, "You want this? Are you sure?"
There was a director's cut, so
Stop.
we watched this thing on loop. I mean, it was so good.
Was it good?
No.
You know what they should do? They should line up a bunch of people to like review movies, and then those random people can also make choices like if people should get money or go to
talking
jail.
Oh, what? What are you describing?
What do you mean? What am I describing?
Is this the real thing? It's like a business idea?
Yeah.
If people should get money or go to jail?
No. you missed what I was saying.
I guess I did.
I was saying it would be really cool if you can get like a group of maybe 6 of your peers
Okay.
to like review the movie, and then or they could also decide.
If they should go to jail or
It's
not?
called Rotten Tomatoes.
I think
what you're
he's making a
describing.
jury joke.
Yeah.
It's a segue joke, but I'm not done sharing my story. Nick.
Oh yeah, you haven't got. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so let me share my story. God, you SOB? Do you know what that means?
Son of a
Boy.
biscuit.
My boy.
Oh.
You like that?
And we've looped it back. Look at that. We call that a callback in the
There it
comedy
is.
industry.
I have a scary story to share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched, as a kid, I was terrified of Beetlejuice. That was scary, right?
Yeah,
With-
okay. I'm
With
on
Michael
board.
Keaton?
So far,
And then
man.
Edward Scissorhands.
No, that movie scared the crap out of me.
Terrifying.
How old were you when you're watching these rated R movies?
18, 19. I was a child. I was a kid.
Yeah, with your
Yeah.
blankie.
I had the blankie with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Terrifying. So I stay away. Who would want to pay to get scared? My niece loves getting scared.
Really?
Like, "Rah," she goes, "Uncle Mayo, rah!" And I like do the rah. But sometimes I scare myself.
And I don't deal well with scary situations.
Right.
This really ticked me off, so I don't mean to put my wife on blast yet again.
Uh-oh.
She
But-
will never listen to this, let's
Ever,
be honest.
no. Super supportive, and I love her, by the way. But I was convinced in the middle of the night that somebody was breaking into our house.
Uh-oh.
Convinced.
It usually happens.
Yeah, I mean, in our neighborhood, terrifying place to
Bad
be.
neighborhood. Really
Terrible.
bad. Right.
And so I'm convinced somebody's breaking in the house.
You live in
So-
Compton, right?
Yeah,
California?
the mean streets of San Marco. So I grab the bat, and I head for the door. The dog's barking. Everybody's losing their mind.
Wait, what type of dog?
At the time, it was an Australian Shepherd.
See Chihuahua?
Oh,
So it's a cute dog, great dog, protective dog. This dog's a beast. So dog's at the door. I've got the bat. And what does my wife say? She doesn't say, be safe. I'm worried about you. She goes, no, buddy, you come back here. Buddy's the name of the dog. You stay with me. I said, no. If there's a guy with a gun at
I
our
need
door,
Buddy.
Buddy's going down first. Like,
No.
yeah, for
she's-
sure.
She wants to make sure the dog survives
But
this
you go.
horrible
No,
attack.
Matt.
I'm
She
the one to
knows
sacrifice.
that you can swing the bat and
She
disarm the
knows
man.
that I upped my life insurance policy and she was
Yeah.
looking for a payday.
Listen.
this sounds like a good scary movie.
This is, yeah. Your family needs you.
You should get Kelsey to play your wife.
Dracula's guest too. In which case, I went with the high school
which
girlfriend.
is a knockoff of it. Interview with Vampire. Let's be honest here. All right, Kelsey,
this was
if you're
an original
listening,
movie.
Original Disney
Dracula's
Channel original.
Guest.
Disney Channel.
Halloween Town. Remember that one?
Oh, what a great movie.
Yeah, we reviewed that on my old podcast. Producer Cole was there. I tore that thing to pieces.
You know what's the scariest movie I've ever seen? And this is a controversial opinion.
Finding Nemo 2?
No.
Finding Dory?
No, that's
No.
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory.
Signs.
No, I don't think so.
It's skin crawl scary.
I watched it and I was fine.
Terrified of aliens. Because here's the thing, like your movie with the lady walking backwards, or the
It's not
Exorcist,
real,
and
yeah.
like that's not gonna. There are aliens,
And
like they're going to take us at
Okay.
some point.
this guy.
Are you scared of Star Wars?
No, because that's got the big ears and stuff. I don't know.
So you
But
think
like X-Files, I couldn't watch.
So you think all aliens are slimy green, 6 feet?
I don't know what they are, but it's not a good
You know what, man?
situation.
You need to take care of yourself, Matt, because your family needs you. You're not just the patriarch, but you're also an attorney. Hasn't one of your family members have reached out to you and say, I need you, man. I need
That's
you.
the best part of being a lawyer. Is
Right.
once I became a lawyer, I said, you know what? I'm going to be there for my family.
Have you actually ever been there for your family?
10 years, I get one phone call.
In 10
In
years?
10 years, I got one phone call from my mom. This
Wait,
was
hang on.
recently.
In 10 years, you've only spoken to your mom once? Is that what
One
you're saying?
time, she had a legal issue. Before that, she didn't need me, so she didn't call me.
Ever.
She, no.
She was like, how's my grandkids? Nothing.
She calls me Marco. You know?
That's weird because your name's Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Nancy, my mom.
You call her Nancy? You disrespectful ingrate.
I
Slap
call her
him.
Nancy Pants.
Nancy
Fancy
Pants.
Nancy. But mommy, she calls me.
Don't call her that. Save that.
She calls me and she says, "This is Matthew." She calls me Matthew. She says, "Matthew, I got a legal problem. I got a problem." And I'm thinking, I'll hide the body. Like,
Right.
Right.
Family
You gotta do
first.
it, yeah.
I'm in it for you. Whatever you need, Mom. I'm there. I'll bail you
Here
out of
for you.
jail.
Here for good.
That's what I say at the end of every phone call.
You know, I used to be a criminal defense lawyer. I've seen it all.
Okay.
So I am here. I'm ready to jump on a plane, get to Dallas, Texas, and get her out of whatever mess she's in.
Yeah.
She goes, Matthew, I got a jury summons.
Oh, no.
How do I get out of jury duty?
Are you kidding me? That was the question?
Your civic duty? You want me to get out of your
It's
civic
so important.
duty? I need 10 minutes of your time. I'll walk you through exactly how to get out of this thing.
So that's a perfect segue.
Kind of like what my segue was, but
Yeah, Nick
It
jumped
was
the
too
gun
early,
a little
though.
bit. Nick
yeah, I
jumped
forgot
the
about
gun.
Mario. Sorry.
Legal Corner, presented by Farah and Farah. Fun fact, the whole podcast is actually presented by Farah and Farah. You might have not known that, but there is a giant ampersand next to you, and that is the logo. But that leads us into, you are the trial specialty guy, right? You love just trials, everything about trials. You wear T-shirts that say "I heart trial."
I just got done with trial. That's why I don't look like you.
And one of the one of the most interesting things, and I have been a part of a handful of trials, mainly criminal, but I always thought it was fascinating to pick a jury.
Yeah.
And you just told a great story unrelated to this topic. You had no idea we were going to talk about this.
Shocking.
Picking a jury. Tell us what that is like. Who are you picking? What are you asking?
Give us the secrets.
Give
The
us
secrets? Well,
Whisper them, though, into our ears ever so sweetly.
so this process is called voir dire, or in the South we call it voir dire.
Voir dire.
Voir dire. Or my cowboy.
Or in
boots.
Italian, vuol dire.
Voir dire, get the pizza.
Whoa, easy with that. You don't do that.
Whoa.
I just got canceled. So voir dire is the jury selection process. It is incredibly boring. It's never on television.
But you get
It's
to
never
meet
been
And
a
with
legal
that, we
movie.
can shut off, say goodbye.
But it's multiple hours of talking to a large group of people to then figure out who's going to be on the jury. Because oddly enough, when you get your jury summons in the mail, you're not going to serve on a jury. That's just to go into what
Right.
we call the venire, the panel, as a potential jury.
Venire.
Venire.
Again? What the hell?
He can't help it.
It didn't work the first time. Let's try it number 2.
Have you ever gotten one? A summons? Because I have.
This is what's bizarre to me. I've never gotten one. I'm dying to get one.
You'll
I
never make it.
But I want to be there.
I have. It's
wanna-
not fun because you know you're not going to get selected.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Unless you're not a lawyer.
They
You
didn't
never
even
get
have
chance.
snacks. You couldn't even. I was
No, you
expecting
missed-
to walk
you
in
missed the
and there'd
bowl.
be like 6 different types of peanut butter
Right.
or hummus.
Or hummus. Yeah.
Well, this is
If
what would
Dahlia's
be.
listening, she'd get this.
I can't be away from my phone for that many hours. Can you imagine sitting there and not being able to see?
I could. I'm very anti-phone these days.
Oh.
Yeah, he goes to
boy.
lunch without his phone on purpose.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
I like to
Like if
disconnect.
he gets kidnapped,
Do you know how many?
Psychopath.
Do you know how many women are trying to get at me at once?
he's got to keep his phone off.
Exactly.
Just Kelsey from the vampire movie.
Exactly. She's a critic, and she's like, "How dare you?"
She's gonna break your heart, man. Walk away.
So
She's gonna leave you for L.A.
Are y'all jealous that I have been selected for jury duty?
Are you kidding me,
all
Producer
the way
Cole?
through to the real thing.
You've been? Are you
I
serious?
sat in the
Spoiler alert, he was
courtroom.
on my jury from an hour ago. That's why we did so well.
He was the defendant.
So just tell me what you want me to say. I'll pick that person.
Boom.
Yeah.
We've never met.
So tell us about, once you get to voir dire.
So let's get into the secrets.
All right.
Okay, because no one that's watching this wants to be on a jury. Very few people get a summons and are like, yes.
Stanley Hudson from The Office, sitting
Sure.
in an air-conditioned room in Judgment Appears.
I mean, I'm a Boy Scout, but I was genuinely excited. I thought of it as actual civic duty.
Well,
Yeah, but that's the minority by a long shot.
And most people are like, I gotta miss work. I gotta miss
right.
this.
Like we had a guy. He was like, I only get paid on commission. So if I'm not there selling, I'm not.
You're like, I
making
guess
any
your kids
money."
aren't eating, buddy. I don't know what to tell
sorry.
you.
Well, so he tried very explicitly to get off jury duty, and the
Judges don't like that.
The judge made him sit in a separate room by
Stop.
himself and wouldn't
All right.
tell him why or how long he was going to be there. He sat in the room for 6 hours.
So tell us, what do you look for in a jury? Obviously, it's case specific, I would imagine.
Well, so there was that show Jury Duty on Amazon,
Oh, I loved that
which
show.
was fantastic. But okay, this is another weird.
Hidden camera jury show.
Yeah, that's with wait, that was on Amazon?
It was at
Yeah.
Amazon.
Preview,
So this
whatever?
guy thinks he's going in a reality
Yeah,
show
Freebie.
about jury duty.
Yeah,
But they put it on Amazon.
The whole thing is staged. He's
Right.
the only one who's not an
They're
actor.
all actors, right?
Yeah,
And
James
so-
Marsden, who was a famous actor, played a hyperbolic version of himself.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I don't know if you guys saw the movie The Truman Show.
Are you kidding?
Ever
We love
since
Jim
that
Carrey.
movie, and because I'm a narcissist, was convinced that my life was
Oh, I'm the same way.
part of the
No,
truth.
I think that's.
So this guy's got to be dealing with PTSD
Right.
at the extreme. Like he lived that for like a month.
That's true. Oh my God, I couldn't think. I still think that as a famous host of a podcast. Mm-hmm. Actually, I had a dream the other night. This is for real. That someone noticed me from the podcast.
Really?
Oh no, it wasn't a dream. It was at the Jags game in the box. A guy from our new
yeah.
office is like, "Oh, you're the podcast guy."
I gave him
told
$10
Matt-
to say that. You were having a rough day. But
Yeah.
here's another funny jury selection story. So I'm trying a case in South Georgia where I'm living at the time, and I've got this 85-year-old judge, real old guy, but super great judge, sweet guy. And he says, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, does anybody here know any of the lawyers? That's my best Southern
Yeah, that was
nice.
pretty good.
judge
That was
accent.
good.
Yeah.
And so this cute 20-something girl raises her hand, and she says, I know Mr. Grossman.
My name's Kelsey.
Throwback. But so the judge, he lowers his glasses and he goes, ma'am, how do you know Mr. Grossman? And she goes, I'd rather discuss that in private, Your Honor. So then he calls me up to the bench and he goes, Mr. Grossman, if I ask this young lady how she knows you, am I going to be embarrassed about what the answer might be? And fortunately, she was just my PA or doctor at the time, so she didn't want to violate HIPAA. But I think this judge was convinced.
She's like,
that
"Well, I've seen him naked." Come on.
And it's not for many reasons you think.
I passed that physical. And my client was acquitted. No coincidence there.
But you might have mumps, so you need to go back.
But so did my client. But anyways, so, people are always like, how do I get off jury duty? And to be quite blunt, I tell them in jury selection how to get off jury duty.
Because you don't want those people in
I
your
don't
jury.
want them there.
Yeah,
So
if they have the propensity to say it, they should just be out of here.
Right. I always tell them the ones who talk, walk.
Yeah.
In other words, when I'm asking you a bunch of questions and you're silent, I got no idea what's going on in the head of yours.
Well, how about answer this? What types of questions, or can you give us a little bit of what you ask these people?
So this is shout out to my wife again. So I always
God,
utilize
you
my
are
mother-in-law.
such a kiss ass.
Unbelievable.
No, but this is what I tell the jurors. I say, look, I want to use what I
love your
call what I call the mother-in-law rule.
Okay.
And the reason I call it the mother-in-law rule, and I took this from last Thanksgiving, my mother-in-law has no filter, and she loves to talk about politics and religion at the dinner table.
These are great, good topics. I love them. They're so good.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's always super controversial, super Facebook-fueled
Oh
opinion.
my God.
yeah.
She's the queen of Facebook.
Queen of Facebook.
Yeah.
That is her news outlet.
Yeah.
So I tell them,
And she writes the news.
Well, everything you read on the internet's true.
That is true.
100%.
I read that on the internet.
I'm getting forwarded like news articles from like the Wisconsin Times, which doesn't exist.
Right.
You know?
The Onion.
So I tell them, look, I want you to follow the mother-in-law rule, which is the more inflammatory your opinion is, the more I actually want to know it. I don't want you to have a filter. My mother-in-law has no filter. I don't want you to have a filter. If you think it's going to offend me, make sure you say it.
Do you say this to the jury?
This is
member?
why
you use this example.
I write mother-in-law rule on a whiteboard and I circle it. And I
Nice.
say, whenever you're thinking, I'm going to offend him, or that opinion's not going to be popular, I point to that rule and I say, I want to know that opinion.
I have a really funny. You'll make fun of me for this for sure. I think it was a DUI case. My trial partner at the time, Tyler Swift. Tyler Swift is his name, not Taylor
That's a
Swift.
great name.
Shout out to Tyler.
And Taylor.
And Taylor and Travis Kelce. Look at that.
Who are all definitely watching right now.
Yeah.
He did this thing where he would talk about equal representation under the law, and he used an example of a Knowles fan and a Gators fan. Okay, so I did the example when I was leading my own jury selection for my trial, and the Force Awakens had just come out. No, The Last Jedi, the bad of the. Cole knows. Act like you don't know.
You made a Star Wars reference in jury selection?
Yeah, because I was getting excited for the
Crushing
premiere, and
it,
I said,
man.
look, here's our two defendants. One's dressed as Darth Vader, one's dressed as Luke Skywalker. It's the same exact facts. It's a battery case, same exact, but in trial A, he gets acquitted. In trial B, goes to jail for whatever, 10 years. Is that equal representation under the law? And they said, well, Darth Vader is dressed as an evil person, so he has a negative predisposition to be Luke
a good
Skywalker
answer.
is the son of the Jedi, and he just ran away from me. And the judge turns to me and she's like, "What are you?" And I was like, "Okay, let me just start over."
You know what's
Hey,
funny? 'Cause
nerd, sit down.
I was actually doing some research, and I went to the American Bar Association
Yeah.
and looked up, what are the 11 must-dos to in voir dire.
Apparently, everything I do is unethical. And
Well, number one is
Well,
don't
everything-
talk about Star Wars. Number two,
Everything you read on the internet is real, so keep going.
right. Number two is tell them about your mother-in-law. So you
Yeah.
nailed it. Yeah.
Well, we know
You're-
Matt wouldn't talk about Star Wars because he's scared of it.
Right.
terrified
So-
of it.
Right.
Right. So you tell them to be that way. Do you ever tell them straight up or ask them straight up, like, hey, who wants to be here? Who doesn't want to be here?
Well, I start by
You're
saying,
gonna get an everybody say I don't want to be here.
and I told him during, when I was trying case during COVID, like, I know everybody was dying to get out of the house, but this is probably not what you had in mind. No one laughed at that joke either during jury selection. But
I
the
would've
goal is to try to lighten the mood. The goal is to get people to talk. And I always try to tell them, like, the more you talk, the more I know whether or not you're probably a good juror. One other thing I've learned is typically when a juror stands up and says either no offense or I'm not racist.
What's coming next?
But
Right.
those are the people that don't usually get to serve on the jury.
I'm
so.
not racist, bud. Just close your mouth.
Right.
Just,
Right.
just close your mouth right
Right.
there.
But
Yeah.
it's tough. I mean, you've got clients from all different walks of life. We tried a case where a guy didn't speak English, and people have really strong opinions on that. And you want to get people off the jury for that. You
Right.
know? People come in, and you tell them, you come in with your own preconceived notions. I'm not one to judge, but you shouldn't be judging somebody in that seat.
Now, what if
necessarily
they
for
go
this
the
case.
other way? What if they're like, I love everything. Everything's great.
Yeah, like the ones who are like, oh, I love
What is this,
advertising
the
I
Lego
love
movie?
lawyers.
cops.
Everything
I love
is awesome.
crashes.
I love personal injury lawyers.
Right, then what do you do with that?
Are
I love-
there enough commas in the world to put on the verdict
Right.
form?
That sounds like Cole, right?
Yeah,
Cole?
you just exactly.
Here's Cole. I'm doing my civic duty.
Well, no, I was just going to warn people of. So I go all the way through. I get to be a part of a jury. One of the things I did not know that I would experience was the weird,
Jimmy John subs at lunch.
the weird facade of power that the foreperson gets.
Oh.
Like at one point, I reached out to ask for the bailiff to come back in, and the person stopped me physically. They
my job.
Grabbed my wrist and said, "No, you don't talk to him."
Physically, what are they, Emperor Palpatine? Do it. Star Wars.
First time they've experienced power in their life.
fellow adult. and said, "Are you? Is this real right now?"
Go get
And Cole said, I'm changing my mind.
go get the baby.
We had a jury that couldn't come to a decision. They deliberated for 9 hours. You could hear them yelling at each other in the other room. So the judge
That's
said,
got to be anxiety provoking.
Yeah, super awful. Because all you're doing is pacing the halls for 9
Send him to the
hours.
death chair.
So the judge sends back a note and says, do you want us to order you dinner?
Oh, hell yeah.
5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, 20 minutes goes by. The judge goes.
That feels like
sends
he's coercing them into just
Staying-
accepting it so they can go home for dinner.
No,
No,
so
it's
the
a free
bailiff
dinner.
knocks on the door and says, hey, do you guys want dinner or not? We sent that message back. Their response was, we're still debating it. Whether they wanted they couldn't even decide whether they wanted dinner, let alone my
It depends
verdict.
on where the dinner's from. If we're talking Chili's, hell yeah. Chicken
awful.
Crispers.
It was awful. That's the worst part of the whole thing. There's a ton of work that goes into these trials. They're exhausting. It's when they have the verdict or when they have the deliberations. There's nothing else you can do but sit and wait and pace and wander.
So this is cliche from a lawyer's point of view, but the saying a jury can make or break a trial. That's true, right?
Well, so what's fascinating for me. Is
let's let the audience decide.
yeah.
My name's
Comment?
Matt. I'm a
Whoa.
lawyer. I'm gonna go to jury with Cole.
My impressions are spot.
Killing
Sound
it.
just like Matt.
Killing it.
Okay. He's
So-
not racist, but
So, if I've got like a huge case that we just don't know what's going to happen, it could be a $10 million verdict or a zero
10,000,
verdict, or
zero.
it could be anything in between. The
right, we
damages
know.
are
We were
huge.
trial guys. I know.
Right. But, like somebody is severely injured, but there's a dispute as to whether or not they were at fault or some issue that we want to identify. We'll do a focus group. So we'll mock try the case in front of like 12 strangers.
Like in Suits.
Exactly like in Suits.
Love
I'm the tall,
Suits.
handsome guy. And
Harvey
so,
Specter.
There's two tall
I'm
handsome
Harvey.
guys.
So...
You're more of a Lewis guy, I think.
Yeah, at
Oh,
least
that's really offensive, but I do love mudding. Super specific suits, Joe.
at least you're humble.
Humble. So, and then what we'll do is we'll split them into two separate groups so that they can deliberate and we'll be able to listen in. It's the only time you can kind of watch deliberation.
Yeah.
Oh, I was a part of your mock trial. I played.
Yeah,
Played
you were
witness.
one of my fake
I cried.
witnesses. You
I
did.
understand.
They hated you, by the way, deliberations.
Acting. Did they really?
How'd you make yourself cry?
I got really emotional about that, and I acted, dude. I'm an actor.
Yeah, he played the defendant, so he played this role.
Acting.
The mock jurors think the whole thing is real, and what's interesting about it is when you separate them. I've had verdicts from these mock jurors where they've heard the exact same set of facts. They've been split into two different groups, and one room will give that $10 million verdict, and the other room will give zero. They heard the exact
gosh.
same case. But because of what six were in that room, and what's fascinating is you look at who the leaders are, and it's that the strongest. So you can have 5 great jurors, but if you have a bad leader and 5 followers, you're gonna watch them fall in line.
I bet in one room there was a Vader guy, and in the other room there was a Skywalker guy.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, so that's where I got my nickname that you don't know about, the Milkman. One of the jurors in the mock trial said, "I think that plaintiff's lawyer is just trying to milk this case."
Milkman. Big Dairy over here.
Milkman Matt. It's better
Milkman
than-
Matt. I like
better
that.
than
Matt.
chubby Fat Fingers Matt or whatever they're calling
Who
me.
calls you that?
It goes
His
back
kids.
to when Kelsey dumped me.
Damn it, Kelsey.
Different guy.
Leave his fingers alone.
So what do you like to do after a jury trial?
Be on a podcast. No
Yeah.
other place I'd rather be in the world than sitting in this chair with you guys.
That's
Well,
nice.
what
Been wanting to go home for hours.
I usually hear people, I need a drink.
Right.
I need
That's
a
the
drink.
cliche.
Well, that depends on what the verdict is.
No matter what, after a trial, don't you feel like...
Celebratory drink or sad drink?
Yeah.
A good verdict, what I do is, as I did today, is I go back to the office with no intention of doing any work
Right.
and just meander.
I did see you at the coffee shop.
Just wander around trying to get compliments and
Yeah.
high fives.
Yeah.
If it's a bad verdict, I just try to knock down our Wi-Fi server so that Eddie doesn't get the email about what happened.
Right. Smart.
Yeah.
So let's say you're like, oh, I need a drink, or hey, I need a drink.
Sure.
That's kind of going to lead me to our final stop on this podcast. If you couldn't catch that. We're going to power rank some bars in Jacksonville.
Ooh.
This is a big part of our show.
It's the fun part.
This is the fun part. Although
I know. I'm a huge fan of the show. I've seen every 3 episodes.
There's actually
There's
5.
five,
There's
yeah.
6 now, actually. We had Dahlia last week.
Oh yeah.
So how
I need to
dare
get caught up.
You do.
You do.
You can binge.
Binge it.
listen.
You know what you can do?
Yeah.
You can subscribe, click the bell.
Yeah.
You can
I
comment.
think it's like right here.
Yeah,
Is
somewhere like that.
Producer goal.
Yeah.
Right there. But we're gonna rank some bars. We're each gonna pick 2 of our favorite bars in Jacksonville. We got a big board. See our big board right there with the bars listed right there. Just
Yep.
pretend.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta work on our graphics budget.
We're gonna rank the drink, what drink you'd have when you go there, and why you like going there. Cole's gonna start. You were going to select who gets the first pick in the draft.
I'm going to start by picking who goes first, not start by being
I think I've only been to 2 bars, but we'll see.
You can
Right.
have those.
And one of them is Chili's.
Yeah, exactly.
Bar Chili's. Yeah.
Great happy hour.
It's like second drink there.
Presidente Margarita.
Ooh, boy.
How about Applebee's with the Dollaritas coming back, baby?
Really?
Oh yeah, we got
Dollaritas and boneless wings for like $13.
We're in heaven.
2
Heaven.
straws,
I'm
1
in heaven.
shake. Girl, I got you.
There you go.
Wow.
Cole, who's
Somebody watches the tickety
Let's
talk.
go ahead and ask Nick if he'd like to see a drink menu.
I'll go first. I
Let's do
will
it.
look at the drink menu, but I already know what I want.
All right.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? I am going to. I went to this place recently, actually. It's downtown Jax. It's called Ruby Beach.
Okay.
Really cool. The vibe
Ruby
is cool.
Beach?
It used
Downtown?
to. It used to be at Jack's Beach.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
moved it to downtown. and
Is
kept the
Jack's
name.
now it's
Beach
just
Ruby
Ruby's.
Beach?
It was Ruby Beach.
No, but it's never mind. That's
No.
not like a saying, right?
It's not
No.
Ruby Tuesdays.
No.
What a bad business model. Open one day a week.
But the salad bar,
Not as good
though.
as Fridays.
Yeah, I think there's two of them. Known, yeah,
More drinking
exactly.
on Fridays. But
There you go.
And what I'm ordering is an old fashioned. Love it.
Sure. No, that's a solid drink
Love it.
choice.
Nicky James makes a solid old fashioned.
They're good.
He does.
The secret, I stir with my finger. Yeah.
Is it a secret or just an issue?
Depends who you ask, man.
I think it tastes delicious.
When he
Well, my boy
stirs
would
your
say
drink
that.
with his finger?
Well, I can make sure he uses the finger. I'm like, please use the finger.
No, but no. The
You
actual
guys
secret,
are
though.
weird to be out with because he just randomly will pull your hand and just stir the drink and then
Oh, bartender.
as if nothing weird happens.
It's even weirder when I order it out and I have to get him. Hey, bartender, can he stick his finger in this before you
He
give it
calls
to me?
me. I drive to the bar.
Shows up in shorts and a t-shirt, stirs,
Just
leaves.
leaves.
The
Exactly.
actual secret, though, for realsies, is
For real skis?
the cherries, like the cocktail cherries, like the black
Is that the cherry on top?
cherry. Yes, that's actually the secret. That's the best part.
Not really a secret now, is it?
We wanted to share it.
Well, I want to give
Wanted
it
to
to
share
you,
it.
Matt.
Yeah. All right, so that's your first pick.
Yep.
First pick is Ruby Beach. They have a cool little outside area, the ping pong.
Yeah.
They have like a food truck there.
And there's like a it's like turf.
It is like turf.
Yeah.
So if the Jags play on there, they could get hurt. It's dangerous. It's turf.
Are you any good at ping pong?
Actually, yeah.
Are
So
you?
he'll say I'm good at every stupid sport.
Wait,
No, I
I mean,
didn't
you're
say
really
that.
good at tennis.
He's good at
That's
every
not
individual
why.
sport. Like golf, tennis. If it's just you, he's good.
Have you played pickleball?
Yeah, I'm really good at that too.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually won.
Is that a
our
sport you can
fans-
actually be good at?
I think it's more of a game,
It's a game,
but
an
I
old
actually
people's
won the
sport, isn't it?
singles Farah tournament.
Yeah, who
Ran a
came in second?
tournament. You did.
which is the
You
first
forfeited.
loser. So
Just because you two show up on a pickleball court doesn't make it a Farah and Farah
No.
event.
no, it was
It
it was
does.
an event. You were invited, but you were picking a jury or something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a nerd. Who's at the
Filming
second pick?
Vampire Diaries too.
We're going to go over to Matt.
Matt, you have the second pick.
All right. So I live in San Marco, so I don't get out much.
Oh shoot! I hope you don't pick mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Damn it!
It's Grape and Grain.
Yeah, man.
that was gonna happen.
Oh Lord!
Look, where else can you get a fantastic Christmas drink? in
It's
a
the
dinosaur
best
mug?
Christmas bar I've ever
Yeah,
been to.
It's great.
What's great is, so like people line up around the block for this place. But what I
Yeah.
found out is when you don't go out, or when you go out at 6 p.m. and you're home by 8, every bar's empty.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it works out well.
I can't ever go again though, because an ex-girlfriend, that's her spot.
Well, if that was the case, you wouldn't be able to go to any bar if you were basing it on the ex-girlfriend.
No, I
working there.
only take my dates out for tacos.
Where
Right.
is your first date spot, by the way?
It used to be
Oh, this
Taco
guy
Lou
hasn't
and Flying
listened to
Iguana.
it.
You listen to this.
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, this has been a podcast topic?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked. I talked about
Obviously.
it. Now I like to change it up.
Yeah.
Prati is a big one at Town Center now.
What type of
cool,
food did they have?
Cool
What's-
ambience.
What is it?
Prati used to be Moxie.
Where are you finding these ladies, by the way? This
I'm
is
sending
sort
off
of an aside.
I'm,
I know
I'm
we're
sending
kinda
out
getting to it.
flyers. Sending out flyers.
It's a volume.
How do the young
Yeah,
people
it's sort
meet
of a
girls
jury
these
selection
days?
kind of
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
The more you
Cole.
talk, the more likely you are to get out of this date.
Quick with the jokes to light up the smokes. But it was a bummer because I love Grape and Grain. I could
Date
still
or
go. Oh, it ended. So that's her turf.
Oh, is that how it works?
I
you
think
don't have
so.
to worry
Jags
about
played on
splitting
that,
up the
they'd probably get
kids. You
hurt.
split up the bars.
Exactly. And I have my own bar that I can go to and cry alone in. She's
Which one
doing
is that?
the same.
Have you been to Fourscore in San Marco? It's like play games and
Yeah,
drink.
I took her there
golf
too.
place.
I
Yeah.
took I
Yeah.
took the same person on a date there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No,
I've never
can't-
been.
This
but I
is
hear
what's
it's fun.
smart is you take your dates all to one place so you don't lose that place.
And it's away from where I live, so I can hit my hometown spots.
He's by the
Oh,
beach.
that's
Yeah,
smart. That's
exactly. I
smart.
have a beach house right in the sand, right in the Atlantic Beach.
It's on Atlantic and Hodges, the beach.
The beaches.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where the beach is.
I pay
That's
flood.
what
I
Mario
pay.
says.
I pay flood insurance.
Right.
Yeah. So why don't you just screw off over
Just
there?
it has to go over a bridge to get to the beach. But
Listen,
Because
Home,
he has his beach house? Is that
listen, Home
in the middle
Depot.
of
Why don't you
downtown?
screw off? Get it?
Wow. It got heated.
It did.
Sorry,
so
we'll get
what-
back on topic. I just had to know about your dating life. We
that's
hadn't
fine. I
gotten
mean,
into
I
it.
feel like we haven't caught up in a while.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you've been in trial.
Yeah.
So
Pick-
You used to come.
Juries.
Look, Mario used to come to my office every day for life advice.
I did.
And then something
I did,
happened.
and I realized like this guy sucks at giving advice in life. What the hell? am I
His life was only getting worse. Look, Mario, let me tell you what ladies like.
Look, man, I can't drink in San Marco anymore. I
I haven't
listen to what
dated
you
in 10
say.
years, but let me tell you what the girls like these days.
We're like an old Italian uncle.
They like when you use accents on dates.
Mario, come on over here. I got a stoma.
My favorite bar.
wait. We didn't ask Matt what his drink is.
Oh yeah.
Well, so
also, what are you drinking here? This looks delicious.
this is a a beer of some kind. You said it was an IPA?
IPA is what that is?
It's pronounced IPA.
It's IPA. Veterans Unite. What is that? What are we looking at here?
This is some charity thing that Farah does. I think they give some amount of money for every can that's bought.
Oh.
That's
yeah,
pretty
look
cool.
at the comments or something for the small print on that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It might be
I
on
got this beer for free, so the free money was
Is that
matched.
a Jacksonville beer? I think it's a Jacksonville beer. And we're a Jacksonville podcast.
Imagine that.
Come on,
And
that's
this
funny.
just showed up right here.
That's funny, like my Jerry.
Product placement.
Mario, how do you pronounce this brewery?
Veterans United.
Do you say veterans or do you say veterans?
Veterans.
So you lose that middle ER.
That's how you say it, veterans.
Veterans.
You're missing the E.
Veterans.
Veterans.
What do you say?
It's veterans. I like to say all the letters.
Okay. Well,
Right.
why don't you tell us what your
Morrow.
why don't you tell us what your drink is before I
Nailed that
blow a
joke. That was
gas?
That's pretty good.
My dad calls me that by
Mara?
accident sometimes. Like he's like, "Hey,
Hey,
Mara."
Morrow.
I'm like, "It's not my name."
Sounds like
Dad."
your niece.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
worse
She's
things I
2.
guess your dad could call you.
Yeah, that's true. Like disappointment.
Or like only once every 10 years like my mom.
Right.
Throwback to the beginning of the podcast.
No, if I don't, my dad calls me like 4 times a day. It's an Italian thing. So.
Well, what's your drink?
Yeah, what's your drink?
Oh, so I was going to say an old fashioned too, but what I'm going to say is whatever the heck comes in that dinosaur mug at Grape and Grain.
Yeah. I mean, their
why you
Christmas
go.
drinks are so good.
You know, they had such a problem with people stealing the cups at Christmas time.
Did they put tags on them?
No,
what
they
they did
charge
you
you.
have to leave your credit card with them, and they will charge your credit card
If they're missing a cup.
If they have a cup back.
I thought you only get the dinosaur mug if you pay for the dinosaur mug.
Well, so what they do at the end of the year, the season, they auction those mugs off for charity.
Oh,
they
that's
go,
nice.
They go,
Don't
Nick
quote me on
Boyle's
that.
fingers have been in this one.
That's
Who wants
extra.
this one?
Through the roof.
Yeah.
Through the
God,
roof.
look at all these callbacks.
Look, hey, throw your finger in here, and we will auction it off at the end of the podcast.
Want me to do
It
that
might
for
get-
you?
yeah.
Now? It's a little sharp in there, but
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
it will
say,
go-
It might
hey,
come with the
Hey,
finger.
and it will go to charity.
Boom. The finger or the money?
Both.
Uh,
My
about you?
pick now. Time for my pick. My favorite bar is actually attached to a V Pizza
oh, okay.
in Jack's Beach, Flask and Cannon.
yeah.
You
Sweet
know, the one
place.
attached to the San Marco V's is cool too.
Sidecar?
Sidecar, yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
The one
What
at
is it about that separates the two for you? Like, what is so much better about the Jack's
parking.
Beach?
It's you know, so
the
bu-
convenience.
the bar is
It makes a
big.
bar cool.
The bar is big. Flask and Cannon, if you've ever big, it's big.
There's
It's-
a lot of places to sit.
Yeah, it's it's a tiki inspired theme. And they have like the lights strung up during Christmas. It's really done up really nicely. They have trivia there. It's like every Tuesday or something.
What is making a bar like cool for you?
Honestly,
vibe?
The vibe.
Just
the
the
What does
vibe.
that mean?
The
Just
vibe,
you
bro.
feel it. You're
Listen,
just
as a
the
beach
vibe.
guy,
Give me a break.
you want the honest answer?
Yeah.
Lighting is huge for me.
He likes it bright.
No.
Nothing sets the mood like fluorescent lights.
Are you having a good time? Lighting and just like the people. Look, I'm a big fan of Fraser Crane and jazz music. Skibbity bop ba doo doo.
That's scat.
Yeah, I know, but he likes to listen to jazz.
He's single, ladies. Comment below.
So
You're looking for somebody who loves Frasier.
I love Fraser. Yeah,
And bright lights.
just a chill, super vibish, chillaxin,
You know what's the opposite of that?
chillaxinville.
That's well, it's still chill and it's on brand for what you're saying. The bar attached to the V Pizza on Palm Valley was it Julep or something
No,
like that?
that's also chill.
See, I want
Yeah.
the opposite of chill. Like, I want a band. I want like.
Well, you're gonna
loud.
actually you're leading into my next pick.
Like, so there's a place in San Marco that
Hey,
is
wait till you get
just
to your next pick.
trash.
Just go to your next
Teaser.
We shouldn't talk about
But I
that.
love it.
All right, so my second pick because this is snake draft.
Making up the rules as we go.
Yeah, this was like a heyday favorite spot. I don't think I'd go anymore, but I used to love Lynch's at the beach.
Oh, I've only been once. It was the best time of my life.
Because the music they had was
So fun.
awesome. And I've referenced Be Easy in the pod before. They're a local Jax band.
Right.
And they used to play there a lot. And it was just a blast.
See,
Yeah.
that's a fun place to go.
And on
It's
Saturday mornings...
Why you'd rather go to like an office park and drink a beer?
Well,
I mean, these are the
I'm
bars
31
you're
now.
describing.
I'm gonna...
Old man River over here.
But I used to...
Why's the music so loud?
I used to go
I
and
don't know
watch
what that was an
Premier League
accent.
soccer at 9 a.m. on a Saturday.
Are
or
they a Chelsea
Sunday.
bar?
It was a Chelsea bar.
Yeah.
You'd have Bud Light for $3 on draft. It was awesome. And you'd watch soccer, and then you step outside. It's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. I haven't been to Lynch's in a long time. I actually ordered food there once. Got fish and chips.
Oh, but it's great.
It was actually good.
I don't like
Yeah.
to eat where I drink.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a saying?
it's like
Yeah.
a soccer bar for me now. Like I watched the World Cup games there last fall, and so it's like that's.
But
that's
why
my
is
bar.
it falling off?
Now it's just a bunch of college kids and they're
Yeah, and they're fun.
yeah. Well,
They're having a good time.
listen. Why don't you show up in your?
I'm the old man in the back being like, this is so
Why
good.
don't you take your slutty nurse outfit or whatever it was and tell us what it's like there, okay? Me and my boy are gonna go to Chili's.
So then can I get into what my number 2 is? Are we still
Yeah,
looking
no,
at
it's
that?
your pick.
So to stay on theme here with what I think makes a good bar.
Okay.
This is going to be a super controversial pick.
Okay.
Brace yourselves. Jackrabbits.
Never been.
I don't know if I've been, Matt.
So let me tell you about this place.
So
Tell us
no
why
one
it's
sticks
controversial.
out more like a sore thumb than this guy at Jackrabbits. It's
Okay.
an 18 and over bar.
Are you sure this is an actual bar
How
or
can
is
you
it
have an
something else?
18 bar? Isn't the
I have
legal
no
drinking
idea.
age?
I don't know. The thing is it's a side door next to some high tide burrito.
Is this
place.
where they do live blippy, Matt?
The only way you know what it is there's like a bumper sticker on the door, and it's
I
like
can't
a
even-
side door.
I don't even find them on the internet.
This is a big secret. This is
Jackrabbits.
we were just on their website.
Visit
that was it?
Jacksonville. Jackrabbits.
This is it.
All right, let me talk while you guys get up to speed on this establishment.
go ahead,
This is
go
going to
ahead.
change your life.
All right.
They have live music every weekend. They've got live bands that come in
For 18-year-olds.
and up. I'm the up.
I feel like Matthew McConaughey and what's it called?
So I found this review. It says, love this
All right,
place,
all right.
great people.
Dazed and confused.
Thank you.
I'm the
Cole.
great people.
It says great people, great music, weird dude standing in the background around 35.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
I saw that kid as he was writing the review.
Showing
Punched him right in
showing
the
too
face.
much midriff in a nurse costume, and it's December.
So I went the other night, like totally sticking out like a sore thumb.
Did you actually go there tonight?
I go all the time.
Kids went to
Okay.
bed, wife's tired on the
I take my
couch.
electric scooter up there, park it out
You
front.
you do have an electric scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you
I
show
rode
up
up
to
to
the
the Jags game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Everybody's tailgating, they're having a good time, and then I'm coming. Beep, 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 beep. You know, these college kids can be so cruel. But anyways, they got a Green Day cover band for
Oh.
$10. Tell me that's
all
not
in.
worth
I'm
it.
all in.
Oh man, the
Oh.
Dookie album
I would've-
changed
I
my
would've
life.
gone.
This band was as mediocre as they come, and they were
Matt,
fine.
why don't you call me? You could have given me life advice and watch me be,
that
do
was my
thing.
next therapy session with you. Is
Next
Jackrabbits
time.
Jackrabbits.
will change your life. Don't take a date there because then it's a one and done spot.
Right. I'm looking at the here's the upcoming performances.
Okay.
Ready? The GD Gallows is playing.
Wait a minute, the Genie
tonight.
Gallows are coming?
Tonight at 7.
Oh,
You
they're
better
probably
hurry.
sold out.
Psychedelic Porn Crumpets is playing on Friday.
So let me tell you about the psychedelic
This
porn
is
complex.
18 and over?
this is their North American tour. All right.
Look, they
So-
just got done in Albuquerque. Okay, they have been
Huge
from town
crowd out
to town.
there.
Okay,
The Expendables. You think like Stallone?
Yeah.
They're coming, and then the Church Girls. That sounds like a nice. you
I'm
could take
actually
your
part
kid-
of the church girls. That's
Wait,
when my nurse
actually, the
costume comes
Expendables?
out.
The Expendables, but it's a
They're a
group.
legit band.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, it's the Disney movie. They do Disney movie Thursdays.
That's a weird. The Soap Girls,
with
Beauty
the
School
porn
Dropout,
crumpets playing.
Porn Crumpets. I gotta listen to Porn Crumpets. What do you think their music is like? Just
They might have more Spotify views than your podcast.
Maybe it's just a bunch
Zing.
of. It's just moaning in the back. What
While
are we
eating
listening
crumpets.
to?
And just crunching on
It's
biscuits.
an English band, Crumpets. All right. Well, that's a weird pick.
And my my drink pick there is a Budweiser
Oh,
because
I
it's the
Oh,
only
we
thing
missed
they
your
serve.
drink pick.
My drink picks. I like Scotch or just whiskey on rocks. I like Woodford.
Okay, can you tell a difference in a good whiskey and a bad whiskey?
No.
Yes. I don't know, like, if they're both good whiskey. You can tell the taste. A cheap whiskey is disgusting.
On the next podcast, we're going to do a whiskey tasting, and I want you to tell me whether or not you can actually.
We
know.
should also do
We're gonna
peanut butter.
Call out your line, yeah.
I'm not a.
Oh, I
I'm not
saw
a,
that one.
Hang on.
Great
I'm not
episode, by the
I'm
way.
not a connoisseur. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying when we were at Miami for a work event and we had an
Subtle
old
brag.
fashioned that was delicious, and then we had an old fashioned with a very low end whiskey. You can tell the difference. It
Yeah.
tastes sour.
Well, they also could just put less
Yeah.
cherries.
It could have been your finger.
I didn't wash my
It gets sweaty there towards the end.
All right. There's no address for Jackrabbits.
That's
Oh, here it
because
is.
you have to know.
Is it Hendrix?
Yeah, it's on Hendrix.
We're going.
It's the side door to the burrito place.
Sidecar?
No,
Oh.
sidecar's a legit entryway.
Oh, to
establishment.
Oh yeah. There's literally just
Pull
a
up
door.
a street view. That's the door.
There's just a door with the name on it.
I told you.
and
Oh,
you
the-
walked in there.
Yeah, and there's like this
On your
large
scooter.
Did you-
bouncer.
Did you get stabbed a few times?
No, but like those kids are so mean.
Yeah. Hey, Dad.
All right, my turn. I'm going to pick the best place that anybody can go to, and that's Surfer.
Oh God, surfer at the beach.
Basic
Basic.
guy.
Look, when I first
I
moved
think
to...
the very correct term is basic bitch, actually.
Yeah, you can say
Yeah.
that.
Are we're allowed to say it?
He wanted edgy.
But don't say that's not nice. He
Well.
shouldn't have said it.
Okay.
Are you only allowed to go to that bar if you wear a backwards cap?
Yes.
Seems pretty on
And
point.
you have to wear a cut-off shirt.
Sure.
And
Cargo
you,
shorts.
Sun's out, guns out.
And you have to wear cargo shorts with the dangly things at the
the
end.
huge pockets.
Why do you like it?
Um,
Because the dancing?
no, it just
Ooh.
when I first moved to Jax, it was like a place that I went out with my buddies, and it was just fun.
With your boys?
It's a good time.
How come I wasn't there?
My friends.
What are they dead now? I mean, you're talking about this place like.
No, everybody's fine. It's
No,
just
hang on.
it's a little nostalgic.
It used to be Firebirds, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was like they had legit bands.
You want me to
there.
change it? Okay, how about this Hop Tinger?
I think Dahlia is a huge fan of Surfer.
She
Freebird.
loves that place.
Used to be
Freebird. Yeah.
like,
I actually
Leonard
saw
Skinner.
Dahlia there on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, Dahlia's been known to go out like every night of the week.
Yeah, she'd be a party girl.
Yeah.
Good partier.
Those are the deets.
We were
you don't hear about on the commercials.
Sarcasm.
we were there with a group of us once, and I remember I was wearing my soft cast after I tore my ACL. I went out, and someone dropped a glass. And remember this, Nick?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, they hated us.
Yeah.
And then Nick's like, "This is the best night of my life. I love Surfer.
And that's why it's like
These are my
he
boys."
hasn't been back since.
It's fun.
Oh.
Don't make fun of fun.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We're just having fun.
Well, look, Matt, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
It's the best time of my life.
It
Good.
is, I think I don't want to, throw anyone under the bus, but this is maybe my favorite episode we've ever had.
Well, like and subscribe.
So you should get a big ad from this. And Kelly, if you're watching,
Kelsey?
Kelsey, whatever, keep making movies.
Yeah.
We want to see more.
Mm-hmm.
And
I will give $20 to whoever can get Kelsey to comment on this.
$20.
podcast.
You heard it here
$20.
first.
Track
you
her
learn
down.
about you learn about jury duty. You learn how to be a good juror. You learn how to get on jury duty, maybe. And
I didn't talk anybody out of getting jury
That's
duty. It's
true.
your civic service. We
That's your
appreciate the
civic-
time and attention.
they'll see you there with Cole. Anyways, thanks for listening, and subscribe, listen, do everything you need to do on the interwebs, because it's all true, like Nick said. Thank you. Until next time, we are out. Thank you for listening to Podcastville, you guys. We hope you learned a lot, were thoroughly entertained along the way, and that you will be coming back for more. Remember, you can find us pretty much anywhere you find podcasts. You can subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Music. Heck, we're even on YouTube. Go to Instagram, MySpace. I don't care. You can find us. We're there. And remember, if you or someone you know have been injured, reach out to Farah and Farah.